On April 19, 1775, at Lexington and Concord, the American colonists and British troops exchanged gunfire. This signified the beginning of the Revolutionary War. From 1775 to 1783, a tiresome and hard war was fought between the Americans and British for American independence. Global impacts of the American Revolution were: it inspired other nations to revolt against their governments, it allowed America to gain world power, it created a decline in British power, and it created new opportunities in global trade and technology. However, if British had won the war, America would still be controlled by the British would continue to become an even bigger world power, and America's economy would suffer. Global impacts include nations being conquered by the British, an increase in global trade, competition in European countries, and fights over American land. When World War I began due to the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, America was forced to join the war alongside the British. In addition, the British and France decided to be allies in order to take down the Germans. The war ended with Germany losing and suffering multiple consequences. There was peace for many years until Germany began World War II because they wanted to get revenge for World War I. Once World War II began, America was once again brought into fight with the British troops. In addition, atomic bombs had not yet been developed, so countries felt more comfortable when declaring war. The war resulted in Germany, China, and the Soviet Union's economies to decline. China and the Soviet Union turned to communism to try to fix their economies. As a result, their economies prospered for a short time and communist ideas spread. But European nations tried to prevent this by creating the League of Countries. In addition, Americans were outraged by the rise of communism. Following the World Wars and the communism problem, the British decided that it might be time to give the Americans the choice to decide if they wanted independence. America gained independence on April 15, 1980, after Britain gave them the chance to vote if they wanted their freedom. Majority of the British believed that it was for the best, however some still liked the idea of controlling America. Following America's win of independence, they began to create a constitution as well as a democracy. They also joined the League of Countries to prevent another world war. Lastly, the British and Americans become allies, and America is working its way to becoming a world power like Britain.